Alabama head coach Kalen DeBoer did not mince words on Monday when talking about his team and their most recent performance and what he expects out of them moving forward. Is Alabama going to put it all together? Stick around. Let's talk about it. This is Way Offsides. Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever the case may be. Your boy Cotton here with your Way Offsides. It's good to see you. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everything's going good. Everything's good here. Thanks for asking. Appreciate you. Let me get a big roll tide down in the comment section below. Por favor. Thank you. Alabama Saturday gets another ranked win against an SEC foe. This time, the bitter rivalry known as the third Saturday in October. Alabama get their lick back against the Tennessee Volunteers at home, and it was beautiful. It was gorgeous. It was nice. It was a fun game. It was a lot, to the tune of 37-20. Alabama offensively puts up 373 yards against the Tennessee Vols. 253 of that was on Ty Simpson through the air, 120 on the ground. Did not run the ball well. Jam Miller obviously still not 100%. It seems like he hasn't been 100% all year. But Ty Simpson was money again, throwing for 253 and 2 touchdowns. Not even his best game, and he still looked good. Now, a lot of people are pointing to that defense because the Tide gave up 400 yards of offense, 410 yards exactly, 268 through the air, 142 on the ground. That sounds bad. I get it. But I really want to reiterate, this is the number one scoring offense in the country, averaging 48 points a game. This is the best offense Alabama's going to play all season, probably all year, including the playoff. Okay? All right? Take a breather. They held them to 20 points. We could take 150 of those yards are late in the game. 2 drives. Alabama's playing kind of a prevent defense, allowing everything underneath, not pressuring Aguilar, things like that. Kane Womack talked about how he expects that to change moving forward. He recognizes that as an issue, something he's been pretty good about this year, recognizing the problems defensively, admitting to them, talking about them, and then working to, fix some things. Tennessee, just like every other team against Alabama, had a couple of busts that they took advantage of in the run game. But ultimately, Alabama's defense stood strong when it needed to. Okay, Bishop had that one big 44-yard run. If Bama's able to stuff that, they hold him under 100 yards. So it's not as bad of a performance as it looks, right? But obviously, there's still areas where the Tide could get a lot better. Specifically, we talked about this in a short. Clint Lamb talked about it today, and I agree with him 100%. The middle 8. Referencing the last 4 minutes of the first half and the first 4 minutes of the second half. Alabama, the past couple of weeks, has not looked good in that time span, right? They had a chance to kind of go up on Tennessee big. Obviously, you have the pick 6 there at the end of the half, but you allow, you go 3 and out, you allow Tennessee to drive all the way down the field. That happens. But then you come out in the second half, you get the ball back, you've got a chance to extend the lead, put the game away. Something Alabama has struggled to do, put the game away, and Tennessee stops you, another 3 and out. Last week, it was a fumble, a score by Missouri. This week, Tennessee drives the field. I think it was like 61 yards, something like that. Scores. Alabama's got to get that 8-minute window under control. If they can control those 8 minutes of a football game, outside of that, they're playing very well on both sides. They can get those 8 minutes under control. They will totally control a football game. And I am telling you right now, I've been yelling it for weeks and weeks and weeks. What's interesting about this team, what's special and what's different about this team is week in and week out, they are getting better all the way across the board. People don't want to talk about it. They want to equate this team to the week 1 team. That's fine, whatever. You can do that. But Alabama is getting better every week that they play football. That's the goal now with the 12-team playoff and having to go play more games to get to a national championship. You have to work on getting better and be playing your best football in November and December. Alabama's on their way to doing that. They have not played their best football yet. I don't think they've gotten close to playing as good as they can. The Alabama could potentially be the most efficient team in the country, and I'm not the only person that thinks that. Kalen DeBoer agrees with me. He said today in his Monday presser, the world hasn't seen Bama's best yet. I believe him. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Alabama hasn't put together a full game. They've played 4 really tough opponents. They've beat 2 top 10 teams. They've beat 4 top 20 teams. 2 of those games were on the road, one at Athens, one at Missouri. They're going to go on the road this weekend and play South Carolina. That is an opponent that you do not want to overestimate. This is the kind of game last year that Alabama would trip up on. Lenore Sellers is the kind of quarterback. It doesn't matter what South Carolina's been doing with anybody else. Lenore Sellers is the kind of quarterback that gives Alabama problems historically. Even under Nick Saban, that kind of quarterback, it was just a headache. Going into Columbia, that is a rowdy place. Now, if Alabama gets through that week, next weekend, with a big dub, and I suspect that they will, I think it'll be a lot harder than people realize, but I suspect that they will. And they go into the bye week and can really start working on those small things that they need to do to get better to finish this out. You're welcoming in LSU and Oklahoma, 2 top 25 teams. I think Oklahoma's obviously the better of the 2, but Alabama ultimately, they're better than both of those teams. You should win those games. I'm telling you right now, the Iron Bowl, the Iron Bowl is going to go a lot like that Auburn-Missouri game went this past weekend. Go watch that game if you haven't. It's going to be a lot like that. That is one of the best defenses in college football. It's a shame. Actually, it's not a shame. It's funny, but it's being wasted with an abysmal offense. But Auburn's defense is legitimate. And assuming the team hasn't completely fallen apart and derailed by the time they get to the Iron Bowl, it's going to be a very tough outing for Alabama. But look, Alabama has 5 games left, and they're all winnable. But they have to start getting better if they want to make a playoff run at a national championship. It doesn't matter what happens in Atlanta, assuming they make it there. We'll worry about that game, whether it's Georgia again, Texas A&M, Missouri, Vanderbilt, whoever it could be. You'll worry about that when we get there. But right now, what Alabama can control is playing their best each and every down. Are you going to go 1-0 every down? Are you going to win the play? There are some areas where that's got to be shored up, especially on the defensive side of the ball, right? All of a sudden, we've got one side of the field that has become a liability, whether Dijon Lee's in there, Damani Jackson's in there. Those things have to be shored up. But I'm telling you right now, I trust this coaching staff to be able to do it. And if they can, and Alabama plays to their peak potential, there is not a team in this country that will beat them. Not one. The talent's there. The coaching's there. Look, Ryan Grubb has had a tendency to get up on people and then try to ride the ground game. That hasn't been working all game, to try to ride that ground game to kind of coast to a win, right? And I get it. That's a great strategy, but that has allowed opponents to get back into the game against Alabama. At some point in time, Alabama is just going to have to keep their foot on the gas and their foot on somebody's throat, right? And just keep scoring. Once they show me they can do that, and they beat somebody like I think they could. Tennessee was close. It was close. You go back and you look at Alabama's last 4 games, right? Missouri, Tennessee, Georgia, Vanderbilt. Maybe not Georgia. Let's say the last 3 games. You can look at opportunities Alabama had to beat those teams by way more than they did. Right? Right now, Alabama's beating teams. One of the most interesting stats we did a video on earlier today is that Alabama is beating teams. I think they have 51 points total off of turnovers while their opponents have 7. That's a great stat. But obviously, there are things offensively that aren't working. The run game, for one. Well, Ryan Grubb and Kalen DeBoer talked to that today. They said Daniel Hill has earned more snaps, earned more touches. And we're going to see more of him. I think he looked really good in the minimal playing time he got against Tennessee. It was late in the game, but Tennessee, like every other team, sold out to stop the run. The difference is Alabama has a quarterback who can make you pay when you do that this year. Now, if Alabama's able to flip the script, and I get it, we're way into the season, but again, I know if there's two philosophies on this. My philosophy is you get better every week. And then there's philosophy that if it's not happening yet, it's not going to happen. I understand that. I respect that. But I really do think this is a team that is going to get better every single week. They are. They're just getting better. They're playing like the best team in the country right now. They're just not doing it for 4 quarters. I tweeted out during the Alabama game. It's like we've reached that point in the game where Alabama forgets how to play football for a few minutes, and everything seems to go sideways on them. Luckily, they've been able to respond to that kind of adversity and still take out opponents. But at some point in time, they won't be able to. So why not control the situation and not put yourself in that position in the first place? That starts with the coaches. That the attitude is there. We've seen it. Kalen DeBoer has adapted to the attitude he needs for this team. He's not, walking on his tiptoes around these guys. You can see it in the leadership. Tim Keenan, Deontay Lawson, Ty Simpson. It's there. The aggressiveness is there. Bama just has to put it all together. And I'm telling you, when they play their best game, they will look like one of the best college football teams of all time. I'm telling you. Been right about a lot of stuff. Just saying. Hey, thanks for sticking around with me. Hope you're having a fantastic Monday. Things are going great on our end. We've got so much content coming this week. We are going to turn the page from Tennessee, start talking about, yes, we went over the 24-hour rule. I felt like this one kind of deserved that little extra celebration, but we're going to turn the page over to South Carolina, start breaking that game down on Thursday night. We'll have our live questions from you guys. I hope you're there. It'll be 8 p.m. Central Time right here on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell. Go ahead and leave me a big Roll Tide in the comment section below. Let me know where you're watching from and leave a thumbs up on this video. As always, you guys are the absolute best. I really want to say thank you. Your engagement over on social media, whether it's on X, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, it means the world. There's some of you that we can't. I could just post an exclamation point and you're going to comment something and you're going to share. And that is, that's awesome, man. Like that makes us want to do this. I've had about a week here where I've kind of slowed down a little bit, trying to spend some time with the family. And everybody's just always so supportive. Like you guys are just absolutely amazing. We love each and every one of you. I will tell you this. I don't know about the other guys. I pray for you guys every single night. Just the greatest viewers out there. So thank you for your continued support. Thank you for all the retweets. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for becoming a member. Thank you for sharing on Facebook and Instagram. Y'all are great, man. Just great. Thank you. I can't. I love y'all a lot. For real. Appreciate you. As always, say your prayers, read your Bibles, wash your hands, horns down, beat Auburn and LSU and Tennessee too. Roll Tide.